ranked as Kirk Cousins second, Dak Prescott third, and Carson Wentz fourth. An anonymous defensive coach said about Dak, quote, "I feel like a lot of the reason he was so good is because everything around him, the line, the running back, the weapons, the coordinator." Shannon, how would you rank 4 quarterbacks in the NFC East?
I did a good job writing this article, huh, Joy? Skip, I've been trying to tell you this for the longest. They got it right. Eli Manning is the... See, Skip, why you do this all the time? Why you take 1 year? Oh, yeah, this guy going to the Hall of Fame. I done called the guy, he's working on Dak Bus right now, because Dak gonna be in the Hall of Fame in 15 years. You need to stop. Skip.
Did I say
Yeah,
that?
you said it.
I haven't even spoken yet. I didn't say a
You
word.
said it so many times before.
Words in my mouth?
I already know what you're going to say.
Okay.
Skip, if you look at what each quarterback is asked to do, and you look at what he has around him, this is what we know about Eli. When you've given him a decent running game, and you've given him decent receivers, what have you done, Skip? There was a team that was 18-0 playing in Arizona 1 year, going for a perfect 19-0. What did old Eli call him? Lie. You know, me and the mom them call it lie. What do you do, Skip?
Well, I'll tell you exactly. Thank you for asking me, because we had Eli on the show in Houston at the Super Bowl, and he said he got away with the luckiest pass in Super Bowl history that stuck in David Tyree's face mask and stopped 19-0.
Hold up.
Wow, that's what he did.
Okay, so let me get this right.
That was impressive.
In a 60-minute ball game, Eli Manning threw one pass, completed one pass, and that's how he won the game.
Yeah, it saved the day.
What about those other 20 he completed?
They didn't get him very far,
you know what,
did
Skip? I give you that. You're absolutely
what was
right.
the score at that point? They'd scored 10 points
Skip,
at
you know
that
what,
point?
Skip?
Wow.
You're absolutely right. But then there was a situation that happened 4 years later. Same team. Oh, Eli. What did he do, Skip?
He had another lucky day.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So
he's had 2 lucky days in his life, and the rest of the time he's led the NFL in interceptions 3 years. 3 different years
Skip.
he led the NFL in interceptions?
Skip.
That's impossible.
But here's the thing. You look at Eli's body of work. You have to give him kudos, because he's taken down the greatest quarterback in there, taking him down twice with an inferior roster.
That's all he's got on his resume.
That's all?
That's it.
That's like Bill Gates said, all he got is $80 billion. What else he got?
And wait a second. Before last year, Eli had led the Giants to what? Oh, wait, they'd missed the playoffs 6 of the 7 years previous to last year. 6 out of 7 years they missed the playoffs?
He got them 2. He got them 2 footballs on top of that old Tiffany trophy.
That's all he's got.
That's all?
That's all he's got.
Man,
you have admitted to me countless times you don't really trust Eli Manning. You've admitted.
Hey, as soon as Odell Beckham's leg gets healthy, we go into the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
okay, so I'm going to take Eli because Eli's body of work. Now, I'm going to also take Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins' body of work is better than Dak Prescott. Because guess what, Skip? What is Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins' playoff record? What's the playoff record, Skip? What's the playoff record? I just had you simple question.
I don't care.
Okay, hold on.
He was a rookie last year.
A rookie, think about this, Skip. A rookie, tell me the time a rookie played with the best offensive line in football.
When do I get to talk? Tell me when it's my turn.
In like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me when the rookie.
I'm about to.
Okay.
I'm about to.
I can't let you talk if you don't let me finish. I need to wrap this up. You want to put this? Okay. Can you tell me the time in the 97-year history that a rookie has played with the best offensive line in football, a top 3 running back in football, and 2 former All-Pros at skill position, wide receiver and tight end? You tell me that, then it's your turn to talk.
When it's my turn, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, it's your turn now.
Thank you very much. Here we go. In all my lengthy career of covering the National Football League, I have never, ever seen a quarterback so disrespected, so doubted, has to deal with such skepticism, especially from you.
Skeppy's been in the league 1 year. You make it seem like he's a 10-year vet.
After this quarterback played by far the greatest rookie quarterback season in NFL history. And it wasn't just 3 games when he got thrown in because of an injury. It was the whole year. It was a playoff game on top of that in which he threw for 300 yards and brought a team back from, what was it, 21-3 all the way to 28 all and then 31 all. And it took the 2 luckiest field goals in playoff history to beat him in that game. That was his first start ever as a rookie quarterback, a 4th-round draft choice. So let's go back to what your point was. Help me out.
Okay.
2 years ago, 2015, was that same offensive line there for the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes.
Okay. Did Dez play? Yeah, he played.
Yep.
Okay, wait a second. Did Jason Witten play?
Yep.
And Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley?
Yep.
They all played.
Yep.
Was Scott Linehan the coordinator 2 years ago?
Absolutely.
He was.
Yes.
And Darren McFadden had a 1,000-yard rushing year. He wasn't quite Ezekiel,
1,089,
but
I think.
1,000 yards is pretty
Yes.
great.
Yes.
And what happened?
They had incompetent quarterbacks.
Thank you. They had 4 and 12. That's what they had
Yeah.
because they had 2 quarterbacks. By the way, Brandon Weeden was taken 22nd overall. He was a first-round pick.
Played 1 year in Cleveland.
And he couldn't lift that team. Wait a second. Matt Castle went 11-5 in his first year starting for the New England Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Then he went on to Kansas City and made a Pro Bowl. He couldn't salvage this season. They went 4-12.
Ice cream
What
Castle.
changed last year? Thank you, God. What changed?
Confidence at
what
the quarterback
fell right
position.
out of heaven into Jerry Jones' lap? Dak Prescott.
Yep.
He changed the culture of the Dallas Cowboys. He taught them how to win games. That same team with that same cast, same offensive line, suddenly they're like, oh, we can win these games because our quarterback's going to make all the late plays to win these games. And what happened? Dak Prescott led the NFL in QBR the whole year until the last game, a meaningless game in Philadelphia that they had to mail in and just try to avoid injury. So he finished barely third behind Matt Ryan and Tom Brady. Barely third, but he led the whole year, and he wound up with an 83 QBR.
Yeah.
Second in the NFC East was Kirk Cousins with only 71. And third, sort of tied for third and fourth, Carson Wentz and Eli Manning, all the way down at 55. That's 24th and 25th on the list. So you're ranking Eli, who finished 25th in QBR, ahead of Dak, who finished barely third at 83. That is laughable to me. And what happened against Kirk Cousins twice last year? Dak Prescott took the ball and went 80 yards in 11 plays and won the game in Washington.
Against Kirk
80
Cousins
yards,
or the
yeah.
Redskins or the Washington defense?
Against Kirk Cousins, head-to-head, he outgunned him in Washington. And then, and if I tell you what happened in that drive, he's go 21 yards to Dez, 14 to Beasley, 12 to Beasley, and then finally 8 to Witten for the touchdown. It was just a beautiful thing to watch. And then what happened against Kirk Cousins on Thanksgiving Day? 449 yards from Kirk Cousins. But what happened in the red zone? Dak goes 4 for 4, 4 touchdowns and 4 red zone trips because he was an extraordinary clutch playmaker. What happened to Kirk Cousins that day? 2 for 5 in the red zone, and they lost the game. Oh, interesting. Then what happened against Carson Wentz on, what was it, Sunday Night Football at Jerry World? Remember that game? Late in the game, Dak leads them 90 yards in 11 plays for the tying touchdown on a 22-yard pass to Des Bryant. Then in overtime, what happened? 75 yards in 12 more plays with the rollout left and the flip to Jason Witten for 5 yards and the winning touchdown. This is extraordinary. This kid went up and beat Aaron Rodgers. What do you say? Cut his butt? That's what he got his butt cut by Dak Prescott. It was 30-16, and QBR was 70-35 in that game. Then he goes to Joyce Steelers. No offense to your Steelers.
Yeah, it's offense, Joy.
Yeah, and what
Take
happened
offense.
with 42 seconds left at Pittsburgh on the big stage late Sunday afternoon game? Dak Prescott drives them 75 yards in 5 plays with 42 seconds left to win it 35-30. This is extraordinary stuff.
When do I get to talk?
Because you got nothing to come back on here. And then, again, he caps it off with by rookie standards, not just a good playoff game, a great playoff game. He scores 31 points in a playoff game and got beat by a 56-yard field goal and a 51-yard field goal.
Skip,
yeah,
can I finish?
this was by far the greatest rookie quarterback year ever, and you can't disrespect him that way. He is clearly the best quarterback in the East because he didn't just play 3 games. He played 17 games.
Eli's played like almost 200 games, but that's
yeah, and most of them are bad.
Stop it. The Giants average less than 3 yards per carry. That's the worst average since 2007. Guess what the Cowboys averaged on first down, Skip? 5.5, which was the best in the NFL.
How many times did Dak throw it on first down?
Oh, hold on, Skip.
Come on.
Can you name the team? There are 32 teams in the NFL. Can you name me the other team that had 4 first-team All-Pro players and the quarterback was not a position?
the quarterback made it all possible. That was the big switch for the
I just asked
Cowboys.
you a simple
All of a
question.
sudden, they went from losers, we'll figure out how to lose this game, to we will figure out, because our quarterback will figure out how to win these games.
Skip.
Wait a second. 23 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions as a rookie and 6 rush touchdowns? That's extraordinary.
What you're doing,
you can't disrespect this man
by
this
highlighting
way.
Dak.
You just said he's the worst quarterback in the East.
No.
That's laughable.
Yeah, but see, what you're doing is not an indictment on the other quarterbacks in the East. It's an indictment on the quarterbacks that they had backing up Tony Romo. It's an indictment on Matt Castle. It's an indictment on Brandon Whedon. It's an indictment on Kellen Moore. And they're still gainfully employed while Colin Kaepernick is not. But that's neither here nor there.
It's an indictment of a mindset, a culture in Dallas was under Tony Romo. We got a Romo jersey right here.
We got an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
Under Tony Romo
there you go, bro.
what can go wrong will go wrong. That was the whole mindset under Tony Romo. Now what will go right can go right.
4 first team. They only 11 players on offense, Skip. They got a third of them in the all pro.
And I think that you're just upset about all the
They're going to get a lot of Pro
that you had to
Bowlers.
give Skip last year.
I'm going to get it all back.
That's what it was.
I'm going to get my 6 cases
All right,
tonight.
you're
You're
not
going to eat
salty
so
about it.
much crow.
All these flavors, and you have to be salty.
No. Eli is
Yeah,
the best
there.
in the
Dana
East.
White says this fight will be the biggest upset ever. We'll discuss that next. This is Undisputed live from Vegas.